So the vision is simple: to empower you as an everyday South African citizen to create wealth through property investing. The only way to achieve this is by planting seeds of financial education and financial intelligence into your mind. Again, let me make a personal concession. I want to admit that growing up, I was never the kid that was having 1,000 books and was reading all day, every single day. I was either always on the athletics track or on the soccer field. I was always out and about doing physical activities, running, jumping, kicking, doing anything, you name it. I think that was due to the fact that the books that I was exposed to were not really relevant to my reality. So me reading those books, I could never contextualize it to my day-to-day life. So I often thought of it as a fable or something that's very imaginary. So I just want to quickly emphasize the importance of reading books. When you read books, you are exposing yourself to the most brilliant minds that have ever graced planet Earth. You're traveling back in time to equip yourself with a way in which you can look at the future. You are literally exposing yourself to the greatest minds that have ever graced the planet Earth. And I can't emphasize it enough about how reading is a life hack. With that being said, I want to introduce you to a book that completely changed my life. My mother blessed me with this book, and it is called Why the Rich Are Getting Richer by Robert Kiyosaki. He is a best-selling author of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I believe this book has a lot of context and a lot of substance to it. In this book, he says that it is the university or graduate level of Rich Dad Poor Dad. So if you are going to purchase this book, purchase Rich Dad Poor Dad first. I unfortunately didn't read Rich Dad Poor Dad before I read the book, and then I was completely taken from here to up there, and I was like, whoa, what am I reading? This is absolutely amazing. Purely due to the fact that everything that I was reading was relevant to my reality. So this book is very controversial. Many of his thoughts are controversial, and he opened this book with a preface saying that there's always three sides to a coin. You get heads, tails, and the edge. The edge is simply where the intelligence lies of knowing that there are two sides to every story. So the first thing that really caught my eye about this book was his notion of the fact that the most common advice that we get of going to school, getting a job, and working up until you're 65 is absolutely obsolete. And he backs this up by saying the rise of technology and automation is killing the future of white collar workers. We saw this in the blue collar workers where machines took over what they did in the factories. Now it's slowly creeping in with accounting softwares and systems, and simply jobs getting taken to places where they are much more cheaper because of capitalism. The second thing that I also picked up from this book was the fact that he encourages the readers to get into debt, but obviously get into debt in a way that is informed. There's two types of debt. You get bad debt and you get good debt. Bad debt is getting debt for things that you can't afford or things that won't put you at an advantage. Good debt is getting things such as assets, properties that will pay off for themselves and in turn pay you after the bond payment and the monthly operating expenses, and then you are left off with cash flow, right? So that is another thing that he spoke about in this book that really spoke to me. He also speaks about the fact that savers are losers. We're always told, save your money, save your money, save your money. Don't spend a lot of your money. But when you save, stagnant money is weak money. That's the simplest way that I can put it, because of the fact that you are in a race between inflation. As we move forward in this year, in this decade, we are facing inflation. That means your buying power or the rand power is decreasing over time. So a 10 rand today will not be worth 10 rand tomorrow. And if you want to find out more about this, just do some basic economics and just search inflation. So he's of the notion that savers are losers, and you don't get a good interest rate on your money when you keep it at the bank. And you should rather, if you ask me, put your money in property, because you get more freedom and control over your money, because you're putting it in an asset where it not only will appreciate over time, you are also getting cash flow every single month. And this is something that is very tangible and you have full control of your money, and your money isn't being put into the stock market of overseas countries, etc., etc. He also speaks about fractional reserve banking, and what that basically is that for every 10 rand that you put at the bank, 2 rand of that money is kept, and the rest of the 8 rand is taken out and borrowed to somebody else at a higher interest rate than what they are going to give you. So this is a lot of very interesting things that he speaks about in this book. He also speaks about quantitative easing, and what that basically is the fact that for the governments to aid their debt, they have to print out more money because they don't have they are in debt. So what they do is they print out more money, and in turn decreasing the power of that currency. And the lovely thing about property is that you can't simply just go and print out another property. It's going to be quite a mission for you to simply roll out 1,000 properties and just manipulate the system like that. And that's the lovely thing about property. It's a very tangible asset, and it's something that's not easily manipulated. And if you invest right, you are investing for cash flow, and you will benefit from the speculation of appreciation. So if you did enjoy that or found value in that, I encourage you to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. Last month was the first month of launching the channel, and we managed to reach 50 subscribers. This month we are aiming to reach another 50, so please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bar, and also share that with someone who you think might find value out of it. Further notice, check you on Sunday. Thank you for your time. Cheers.